guys, welcome back to Embers and Ash. My name's Ashley, if you didn't know, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about what I didn't expect from the third trimester. So I'm technically still in my third trimester because I am 39 and a half weeks pregnant, but I didn't want to wait till after I had the baby to film this because I'm sure my mind's gonna be a lot more jumbled and I'm gonna forget all the things that happened in the third trimester, but I'm like nearly done, so I thought it's good enough. If you didn't know, this is just kind of a 3-part series thing where I did a video on the first and second trimester and what I didn't expect and how I handled things, if you're pregnant and interested on what's to come. But anyways, let's get into today's topic, which is again the third trimester. So one of the coolest things that I didn't expect is that the baby's movements could get cooler and basically just stronger and more abrupt, which I don't know why I didn't think this, but basically like initially when the baby started moving, you just kind of feel little tiny movements, and then in the second trimester it's like you would feel like pokes, which was really cool, but then all of a sudden at like 30 weeks or something, it was like the baby would like push and roll against the outside of my stomach, like big movements that would like keep going and go on for a while and actually get uncomfortable. And at this point, like, you know, I'm 39 weeks pregnant, so the movements are very strong. Like normally baby movements don't hurt, but the one that always gets me is where, like, say this is my rib, the baby will like kick against my rib and then the foot will slip, and that hurts a lot, but it's fine, it's manageable. But basically what I'm trying to say is I didn't realize that the baby movements could get even stronger and more exciting. So yeah, that was a super awesome positive from this trimester. I also didn't really know what to expect when it came to physical limitations, because I knew that pregnancy isn't just a basketball under your shirt, like it does limit you, but I didn't know what that looked like until third trimester. It hit me like a freaking wall, and all of a sudden I'm not able to do the things I used to be able to do. So like I tried to help my friend do some landscape. Did I already talk about this in a video? I think I already talked about this, but I'll touch on it again. I tried to help my friend do some landscaping and it was all fine and dandy, except that night I was up all night with leg cramps and arm cramps because my body just can't handle that much physical exertion anymore. So that was not so exciting. I don't really like feeling limited, but I'm growing a baby and I just need to keep telling myself that. Oh, also just things like taking the garbage out is an ordeal. Like that's a lot of walking, which is funny. Unloading the dishwasher is really hard because it's a lot of like bending over. Just things I didn't really think would become cumbersome became annoying. So that was lame. And along with that, just how quickly my body like started to shut down. Because all second trimester, I was like good to go. I had my cute little baby bump and I was fully capable of doing things. And then all of a sudden it's like, nope, not anymore. You're done being a productive human. Other symptoms I didn't expect. So I did hear that you get like lightning crotch, which I've been dealing with, which isn't that big of a deal. But something I didn't expect was, and I don't even know what exactly it is. I've heard of like sciatic pain. I don't know if that's what this is, but I get shooting pains in my hip joint. So like kind of like right in the middle of my butt cheek, like there's your hip joint right there, and that's where it hurts, and I just get like this shooting nerve pain, and it doesn't go down my leg or anything, it kind of just stays right there, but it's pretty intense and it makes me kind of fall to the ground a little bit. Like not, like Josh always says that I'm collapsing, which I feel like the word collapse indicates that you are out of control, but I am intentionally lowering myself to the ground from pain. And it's happened a couple times. Thankfully, I haven't been alone when it's happened, because like my fear is that I'll be walking in the mall and just like go and sit on the ground, super awkward, and someone's gonna think that I'm in labor or something. Anyways, so the hip shooting pains have not been my favorite symptom. Also, I didn't expect sleep to suck so much. Like, I always thought that you don't lose your sleep until after the baby comes, but sure enough, like my sleep is just out the window. Like I'm getting up 2 to 3 times a night to go to the washroom, and oftentimes I can't fall back asleep because I have leg cramps or heartburn, or just my mind's racing. So sleep is already an issue and I don't have the baby yet. But also trying to change positions is super difficult. And what I didn't expect is that it doesn't matter the size of your belly. Like, because I was quite small until a couple weeks ago, and my belly is just like grown out of control. But even when my belly was small, rolling over was really painful, and I don't really know why, but it's just like when you're sleeping in one position all night, I guess the baby just gets in a nice little nestled position, and then when I try and move, it kind of throws everything off and it all just hurts, and I don't even know how to describe what hurts. It just hurts. So that's another thing that keeps me up at night whenever I try and change positions. And I think my biggest symptom that I didn't expect was the fatigue. And I think it was around like 36 weeks when it really started to kick in. But like, I am such a useless, tired person right now. Like, it is such a feat to be able to accomplish one thing in the day. And I'll have my cup of coffee and that helps a bit. But so often I will just sleep until noon and then do nothing else with the rest of my day. And it's not intentional, it's that I can't. Like, I'm in such a brain fog. And even sleeping until noon, I'll still go to bed at like 10 or 11 at night and do it again the next day. Like, I'm just so tired, which is super annoying because I've always been the kind of person to make lists and get as much done in the day as possible, and I love mornings. I used to get up at 7 a.m. and like tinker around the house and just get my day started early, and now it's like such a feat if I'm out of bed by 9. And I have to keep telling myself that it's okay because I'm pregnant, I'm growing a baby, I'm doing something. And Josh is really good about it, and he like congratulates me for sleeping in and getting my rest and doesn't put any pressure on me to get stuff done. Obviously, he's very grateful if I'm able to do something productive with my day, but it's just not really realistic right now. Even filming YouTube videos is an ordeal because like, I can have the energy to edit a video, but getting in the mindset to be happy and excited to film is a milestone that I have to get over every week. So yeah, the fatigue is just the worst. I really wish I had more energy. I also didn't expect that the third trimester would go by so quickly. People say that the third trimester goes by really slow because they're big and uncomfortable and they're just waiting for the baby to come. But I think because you're so close to the end, it's just gone by so quick, and each week I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm already at this week and the baby's coming soon. Like, I'm a few days away from my due date. How did that happen? Along with that, I didn't expect the third trimester to be my favorite trimester. A lot of people say that the first trimester is the worst because you're sick and crazy symptoms. The second trimester is the best because your bad first trimester symptoms go away and you're not big and uncomfortable yet. And the third trimester is like the second worst because you're big and uncomfortable. But I have found that to not be the truth, at least for me, because the first trimester sucked, definitely was the worst, because you have all those negative first trimester symptoms and you can't even tell people that you're pregnant, and that's why you feel like crap. The second trimester was fine, like nothing was wrong with it, but it definitely felt very sluggish of like, oh, like I'm only at 20 weeks and I have so much more to go. But the third trimester has been my favorite because for one, I'm actually like really showing now, which is really fun to have a baby bump. And even with all the negative symptoms, it still is so exciting. Like, I'm having these symptoms because the baby's coming soon. Whereas in the first trimester, you have all those negative symptoms and you still have like 6 months to go. So you don't have the excitement of the baby making up for all those negative symptoms. So anyways, I'm loving the third trimester despite feeling like crap a little bit. And the last thing I didn't expect, and is something that I might make a video on just because I knew nothing about this, but I didn't expect false labor. So this is a very recent thing in my like 38th and 39th week. But I always heard that, you know, like Braxton Hicks contractions aren't real contractions and they're not painful and it's just like your body prepping or whatever. But I didn't expect, like, you can still have real contractions, but it doesn't lead to labor. So over the past couple nights, I've been having like real cramping contractions, some of them quite painful, but they're not regular and there's no pattern to them, and they just fizzle out and there's no baby. And it's like, I didn't know that I signed up to be in pain without a baby coming. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. So yeah, it's pretty lame because it's like destroying my sleep, keeping me up till 3 a.m. or waking me up at 3 a.m. From the pain of contractions, but then I don't actually get to go deliver my baby. So that's been pretty lame, but I'm hoping that it just means that maybe labor's coming soon. My midwife said it could still be 2 weeks despite this, so I'm not getting my hopes up. But yeah, I think that's everything I want to talk to you guys about. But yeah, the third trimester has been crazy, just has gone by so quick, and a lot of things that I didn't expect, but it's been great for the most part. Like I said earlier, if you guys are interested, you should go check out my first and second trimester things I didn't expect. If you're interested, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!